Welcome to my Splinter Cell shelf, or the Splinter Shelf as I affectionately call it. Today I have a few new things I'd like to add to the collection, and while we're here, I'll give you a tour of everything on the shelf. This is gonna be a bit of an ordeal, so come along with me and we will figure this out together. Okay, let's start from left to right. Here we have the first two Splinter Cell games as big box PC releases. I'm doing both of these at the same time because they're very similar. Pandora Tomorrow is pretty desirable because unlike the other Splinter Cell games, this one did not get a digital release, so buying it physically is the only legal way to play it. Most of these boxes have this door on the front. In this case, they feature basic plot summaries and unique artwork of the gadgets you use throughout each game. This one has a render of Sam I've actually never seen before, but I think I like the Pandora Tomorrow box the most because of the colors. Taking a look inside each box reveals their CD jewel cases, and these are what you're most likely to find listed on eBay and whatnot. Each case has 3 CDs inside. Wow, dude, these games must be huge. Once again, I really like the colors on Pandora Tomorrow. The manuals are pretty much identical, except they made this one long for some reason. I really like the profiles they have here. You get to learn about the main cast of characters and see their unique renders, most of which I haven't been able to find outside of these manuals. But yeah, I really love these big box PC releases. I find most modern game cases are basically just sleeves, so to me this genuinely feels like owning special editions of each game.
It is evolving, just backwards.
Next up, this back here is the limited collector's edition steelbook for Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. This was a pre-order bonus back in 2005 and was gifted to me by my friend Michael.
Let me tell you this story.
It's got this two-sided artwork deal going on, but I particularly enjoy this side with the raised raindrops on the surface. It makes my fingers happy. There's not that much inside. We've got this weird, sparkly Splinter Cell branded foam, and of course we have the game itself, which is on a single DVD this time. Let's get the foam back in there and take a look at the manual. The character profiles return, once again featuring some unique renders I've never seen before. On the topic of Chaos Theory, next to it I have this loose cartridge for Splinter Cell 3D, which is a full port of the game to the 3DS. A lot of people hated this release, notably because of its poor controls, graphics, and cut content, but I still think it's impressive that they managed to squeeze this full console game onto an original 3DS in 2011. That said, this is still a loose cartridge, so let's make a proper box for it. Problem is, I don't own that many 3DS games anymore. At least, not physically, but I do have these two boxes. I'm going to sacrifice the Pokemon box by removing the artwork and printing a new one. I'll just stick the cartridge in there, and this copy of Splinter Cell 3D is now whole again. Next up, we have the signature goggles. This was another gift from Michael, and these are functional. You can see through them, there's an adjustable strap, they even light up and make the sound, but this f***ing beast takes 4 AA batteries, so instead I'll just simulate it for you. As for the box they came in, you can tell this is just too big. The artwork is great, and I like it, but we do not have the space for it, so I gotta find somewhere else to put this. And this right here is a knife. Literally just a knife. I don't know where it came from, it just lives on this shelf now. Now we're moving on to the 2 figures that I own. This one is of course Sam Fisher as he appears in Splinter Cell Blacklist. The level of detail on this figure is ridiculous. You can see the pores on the back of his head, there's a bunch of different textures, and you can even see the laces and details on his boots. And last but not least, we have this little guy. It's posable, so I just positioned him like this with his gun to his side and flipping his goggles into place. Though I might try for this pose, it looks a bit more interesting. And with that, we have cleared out the shelf. Now let's check out one of the new additions to the shelf, starting with Checkmate, one of the many Splinter Cell novels. Yes, they even have novels, and they're pretty good. You can see this book is pretty worn. I think a fun project would be making a new cover for it at some point. Next, we have the limited collector's edition of Splinter Cell Double Agent. This clear red sleeve looks amazing, but check out what happens when we remove it. Yeah. And of course, we have the game itself, and the bonus DVD, which has a whole bunch of stuff on it. I'm aware this special edition stuff can be gimmicky, but it really does help the collection feel special. Alright, here's everything we've talked about in this video, and it is time to begin the Re-Shelfening. You'll notice a copy of Splinter Cell Blacklist in the footage here. I decided not to display it because I have this wall of games in my room which has Blacklist displayed. So if I were to put it on the shelf, that would leave a blank space on the wall. Anyway, as you can see, I really didn't know how I was going to arrange all of this stuff, so I really just had to experiment. So this is it. My Splinter Cell collection has been upgraded, and I really am proud of every item on this shelf. They're almost like trophies to me. Feel free to let me know which item was your favorite if you have one. And on that note, thank you very much for watching. Writing the script for this video was oddly difficult, so let me know if you enjoyed it. And I will see you in the next video. Have a good day.